If you want to build your own source of exclusive home improvement leads, then you've got to get your SEO dialed in first before anything else. It's going to be at the foundation of all of your efforts. So here's what we're going to cover in this lesson. First, we're going to talk about the basics of SEO. Just how does it work? Second, we're going to talk about local SEO, which is just slightly different. And then thirdly, we're going to take a deeper dive into why we believe you should put SEO first before you focus any energy, time, or money on other tactics like PPC, social media, email, etc. All right, let's get into it.
Okay, so we're going to start with the SEO basics. Let's simplify things by looking at SEO in three big categories. First, you have keyword content. Then you have technical SEO. And then the third category is domain authority. So let's break down that keyword content first. At the most basic level, Google's robots have to index something. And the thing that Google indexes is words. So if you don't have the right words on your site, really nothing else matters. So let's say a local homeowner searches on the phrase bathroom remodelers near me. If your website doesn't contain the words bathroom remodelers, then Google is not going to associate your site with that phrase, which means homeowners searching for that service will never find you. Obviously, Google's algorithm is more complex than that, but just keep in mind that the content on your site will be the foundation of your SEO efforts. Okay, next, let's look at technical SEO. Technical SEO involves all the things that happen on the back end of your website. Think of technical SEO like the wiring and plumbing in your house. You don't see it, but it's essential to making the house work, or at least making it comfortable. Here are a few examples of things that fall under the category of technical SEO. XML sitemaps, page speed issues, JavaScript issues, broken page links or 404 errors, structured data, canonical URLs, and more. In general, we don't believe that you, as the owner or manager of a home improvement company, need to have an in-depth understanding of technical SEO and how it works. However, you do need to know enough so that you can hire the right people to make this work for you. That's why we've created a cheat sheet that's attached to this lesson, and it has a full list of technical SEO terms and definitions for your reference. Technical SEO definitely plays a supporting role in your SEO strategy, but it's not the star player. In fact, you can do everything right from a technical perspective, but if you don't have the right words or content on your site, like we said before, it just won't matter. Okay, so the last component, that's domain authority. Domain authority is all about the overall reputation of your site. Does Google consider your site a reliable, trustworthy source of information? Or does your website look like a complete unknown, or worse, like a shady character? Just like your reputation in real life, your domain authority is influenced by the company you keep. If a bunch of spammy websites link back to your site, then Google thinks your website is spammy or shady. On the other hand, if a whole bunch of revered and trustworthy websites link back to yours, then Google thinks your website is upstanding and trustworthy. In a nutshell, that's domain authority. If you've ever heard vendors or digital marketing people talk about backlinks, it's because backlinks help boost domain authority, but they don't if they're from low quality sites. Okay, so to recap. All right, now that we have a working definition of SEO basics, let's take it one level deeper and talk about local SEO. Both traditional and local SEO focus on making your website show up when people search on specific words or phrases. But local SEO takes it one step further and tries to match what people are searching for with the things that are near them. Those things can be businesses, events, landmarks, and more. First, let's look at an example that's not local. Let's say you're helping your kid with a school project. You might search Google for things like, what's the capital of Botswana? Do farmers in Kansas grow more wheat or corn? Who discovered penicillin? As long as you can find accurate answers from a trustworthy website, you don't really care where that website is located, and it doesn't really matter where you're searching from. But as soon as you start to search on things like where's the closest ATM, pizza restaurants near me, or closest gas station. Suddenly, location matters a lot. So in order for Google to give users a good experience, Google has to figure out the location of both the user and the thing that they're looking for. Now, how does Google do that? Let's break it down. It's midnight in Trenton, New Jersey, and this guy wants a pizza. So he searches for pizza restaurants open now from his iPad. Google knows where he is because the browser on his iPad sent his IP address back to Google. Alternately, if he had used his phone instead of Wi-Fi, Google would estimate his location based on the closest cell phone tower. No matter how you slice it, unless you've taken steps to prevent location sharing, Google knows where you're searching from. So that's the first half of the equation. Google knows approximately what part of Trenton this guy is in. Now Google needs to locate pizza restaurants near him. The number one resource that Google will use to find pizza places open now will be Google's own directory of Google business profiles. This directory is full of local restaurants that have registered and claimed their Google business listing and updated it with their address, business hours, and menu items. In fact, your Google business profile is so critical to local SEO success that we've dedicated an entire lesson to it later in this module. Now, let's consider a homeowner in your town searching on something like roofing contractors near me. We've already established how Google locates users. Now, how does it connect users with roofing contractors instead of, say, restaurants? Basically, the same way. The first place Google will look is in its own directory of Google business profiles. Next, Google will reference websites that mention roofing services and appear to be located near this homeowner. If your website has keyword content that mentions roofing service and the different towns you service, then your site now has the chance to compete for one of the spots on Google's search results page. All right, now you should have a really high-level understanding of basic SEO principles, keyword content, technical SEO, and domain authority. And now you have a basic grasp on the fact that local SEO is all about connecting users with things that are near them. To wrap up this lesson, let's talk about why we think you should focus on SEO first when it comes to your digital marketing strategy. Number one, SEO takes time. It takes time to research and develop your strategy. It takes time to optimize your website and create content. And it takes time for that content to rank. So the earlier you start, the better. Number two, SEO content can be recycled. Once you have good content on your site, you can use that content to fuel other campaigns like posts on your social media profile, email marketing campaigns, and PPC campaigns. In fact, without good SEO, your PPC campaigns will be more expensive and less effective. And lastly, SEO is your best source of exclusive leads. When we say exclusive, we're making a distinction between homeowners who contact you directly versus those you buy from sources like HomeAdvisor, Angie, Modernize, etc. Those third-party lead sources can be great when you're getting started, and they can continue to be a great source of supplemental leads. But we have never seen a home improvement company grow past 2 to 3 million in revenue using third-party lead sources alone. In fact, our most successful clients, those with revenues in the $15 to $30 million range, have spent years building their own marketing programs to generate their own exclusive leads. And SEO is always a critical part of that formula. In fact, those contractors typically generate more than half of the monthly leads that they need to meet their goals from organic search campaigns.